Alright guys, version 1.1 is almost here for Neverness To Everness, and now a lot of players are starting to ask the big question right now: who should you pull between Lacrimosa and Chaos, the Phase 1 and Phase 2 banners of 1.1? Because honestly, both characters do look insanely good already, but unless you have a bunch of pulls saved up, most players are probably going to be able to fully invest into one of them. So with that, in today's video, we're going to be breaking down both characters completely. I'm going to go over their release dates, gameplay, what the count value for both of them, who they work best with, and also we can go over the big question: who should you pull in 1.1? And real quick before we get into it, if you guys do enjoy the Neverness To Everness content like this one, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because once version 1 fully drops, we're going to have a ton of banner info, pull guides, and gameplay breakdowns right here on the channel. Especially once more info come out about 1.2, I'll cover it right here on the channel, so stay tuned for more updates. But alright, with that, let's not waste any time and get right into it. So first, let's start with the basics of both characters, a quick summary of the official stuff. Lacrimosa is expected to release during the first half of version 1.1, while Chaos, on the other hand, is expected to release during the second half around June 24. Both are currently looking like strong main DPS focused S-rank characters, but their actual gameplay styles are completely different from each other, as we've seen from the special program. So I'm going to go over each character one by one. I'm going to start with Lacrimosa. Right now, Lacrimosa is looking like one of the craziest and most unique characters we've seen in the game so far. She's a Chaos Element main DPS focused character around DOT damage. She has Nightmare stacks in her kit. Her gameplay is very unique with her two modes. So basically, her gameplay revolves around constantly swapping between two different combat styles. You got the frying pan mode and the red jelly mode. One is close range, the other you can use projectiles with it. So yeah, one form, we got the frying pan one, which is more melee focused, while the other has more range style attacks, and your entire kit is based around applying the Nightmare stacks onto enemies until they basically explode. So that's going to be her DOT damage. Honestly, the more gameplay we see from her, the more crazy she looks. But if you're more curious on her account value, Lacrimosa is currently looking like a very safe pull. The reason for that is because we already understand her role pretty clearly: a dedicated Chaos DOT carry with strong reaction synergy and clear team setups already being fear crafted and talked about. I'm gonna go over and pull up her teams in a bit, which she already has really strong synergy with existing characters, and also there's her basically her special skill that comes with the character. We now have the info on it, and it's pretty crazy for account value. She grants a team-wide passive bonus, boosting earned fawns and paw coins between 15 and 30% during the pink paw heist, which is pretty big for account value, and especially for the upcoming collab for the Porsche collab and the new area that you can buy. It's going to cost a lot of fawns, and this will help massively basically your account and possibly a permanent account buff for fawns inside the game, which can be pretty valuable. But with that, let's go over the potential teams that we think will be the best for Lacrimosa on launch. Set up for Lacrimosa, and according to this guide here, the best teams for Lacrimosa right now are expected to be these characters right here: Sakuri, we got characters like Fadia as well that can work with her, and these two right here. It seems Sakuri is going to be a really good partner for her, as her Scorch enhancement passive skill works very well with the Nightmare DOT effect that she provides, as one of the DOT effects increases the damage enemies take from DOT effect. So if you want more DOT damage, you for sure want to put Sakuri on the team. And there's also these characters right here that can work with her as well. So the full team that you want to go for is basically these teams right here. The common trend is for sure Sakuri being added in every team, but you can also be flexible and add the MC0 or simply a A-rank Haniel if you don't have the other characters, and then the other slot can be flexible to any of the other on the list here. Like if you pull Nunnally, then you can for sure use Nunnally and Lacrimosa together. So these are the expected teams for Lacrimosa at the start of 1.1. Alright, next up, let's talk about Chaos. Now for Chaos, we still don't absolutely have everything about his kit, because he's still going to come out in the second phase and not everything is revealed. You mostly have the info on Lacrimosa because she was already playable inside the game, but for Chaos, he's still looking like a pretty good character, expected to be the Lakshana element character focused around crime charges, warrant marks, and heavy burst follow-up attacks. Unlike Lacrimosa DUT style setup, Chaos looks way more direct. He's going to be more DPS up front. His gameplay does seem focused around marking enemies, building charges, and then unloading massive follow-up damage onto targets. So instead of sustained ramping damage over time, Chaos looks more like immediate burst damage, so he'll still be a high value main DPS character, especially with a new kit that is up to date with 1.1. One thing that can make Chaos really interesting though is his open world ability also got revealed, and it's the fact that he basically leaves his Hound companion as a teleport anchor in the open world, and you can basically warp back to it later, so you choose your own teleport or spawn point inside the game. And here it says granting the capability to establish up to 3 fixed teleportation markers across the map, so there is a limit, but this will massively help for those who really want to reach an area or spawn to an area a lot of times without having a in-game marker or teleport for it right now. So it's going to be really helpful. Insanely useful because especially in these open world gacha games, movement, exploration, quality of life actually matters long term. So even outside of combat, because of this ability, Chaos is going to have much value on any account. So definitely looking like a cool character. And there's also risk that comes with Chaos, because compared to Lacrimosa, Chaos is much less understood right now. His final numbers, his best team rotation, and even his overall account value is still less certain, which means going all in for this character and skipping Lacrimosa could be a gamble. But another thing is, he's also a main DPS, so if you already have or heavily invested into other main DPS characters, then you can probably comfortably skip this character as well, unless you really want the teleporting skill for a wide account boost. But Chaos may not massively change your account overall, maybe not as much as Lacrimosa, so we'll see. He could end up being extremely strong, of course, but right now, Lacrimosa simply feels safer from the meta perspective, but that's all because we know a bit more on that character. Overall, this is the current value that we have on both Lacrimosa and Chaos. If you want a safer pull, better current fear crafting, stronger established teams, and lower risk overall, it seems that Lacrimosa is probably the better choice right now, especially for free-to-play players and low spenders. And if you care more about his style, or you really like the gameplay mechanics and basically the quality of life for Chaos, then you can go for that as well. I think Chaos is the type of character you pull if he feels or his gameplay looks really cool to you. But yeah guys, that's the full breakdown that we can do between Lacrimosa and Chaos for now. I'll for sure update you guys whenever we get more Chaos info. Let me know down below in the comments for now, who are you pulling for, Lacrimosa and Chaos? And honestly, do you guys think version 1.1 might end up being the best update for NT so far? But this will not conclude everything for today, and of course if you don't want to miss out on if we get more Chaos news or banner updates, as we're about to soon approach the 1.1 update this week, feel free to like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications to not miss out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.